Good morning. We begin today with a critical economic update from the United States, where inflation has seen a significant surge, fueled primarily by rising energy costs. This development is causing considerable concern among economists and policymakers alike, as the peak of this inflationary trend is not yet believed to be in sight. The United States' inflation rate climbed notably in March. Consumer prices, a key indicator of the cost of living, rose by 3.3% compared to the same month last year. This data, released by the Labor Department in Washington, indicates a sharp acceleration in the pace of price increases. Compared to February, the rate of inflation increased by 0.9 percentage points. In February, the inflation rate had stood at 2.4%. The primary driver behind this significant increase is attributed to the Iran war, which has exerted considerable upward pressure on global oil and gas prices. This geopolitical event has sent ripple effects throughout the global economy, directly impacting the wallets of American consumers. Fuel prices in particular saw a dramatic increase. They jumped by an astounding 21.2% month over month. Overall, energy prices across the board surged by 10.9%. In contrast, food prices experienced only a modest rise of 0.2%, showing that the current inflationary pressures are heavily concentrated in the energy sector. The so-called core inflation also saw an uptick. This key metric, which excludes the volatile prices of energy and food, rose to 2.6% in March, up from 2.5% in February. Core inflation is considered a more stable and important indicator for understanding the fundamental underlying price trends in the economy, as it filters out short-term fluctuations caused by external factors. Economists are viewing these latest figures as merely the beginning of a larger trend. Ralph Umlauf, the chief economist at Hilabe, explained that the war-related sharp increase in gasoline prices is primarily responsible for this development. He warned that the inflation rate is likely to climb even more significantly in the coming months, indicating that consumers should brace for further price hikes. One reason for this anticipated continued rise is that a portion of the most recent price jumps has not yet been fully captured in the statistical data. Furthermore, experts anticipate that businesses will increasingly pass on their rising costs to consumers, further pushing up prices for goods and services across the economy. This phenomenon often creates a challenging environment for households and businesses alike, as purchasing power erodes. This economic development carries significant political ramifications within the United States. For months, Americans have been engaged in discussions about the escalating cost of living, a topic that has become central to public discourse. Opinion polls reflect a declining approval for the economic policies of President Donald Trump. Prior to the onset of the Iran war, President Trump had promised falling prices and a strong economic recovery. The upcoming congressional midterm elections in November are widely regarded as a crucial test of public sentiment for the president. The current economic climate, particularly the rising inflation, could potentially lead to a substantial defeat for his Republican Party in these vital elections, reshaping the political landscape in Washington. What's your take on US inflation soars as energy prices spike, Trump faces heat? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.